Hello. This is our next members full moon video, and the full moon will be exact in almost 20 degrees of Gemini on December 12th at 12:12 a.m. December 12th at 12:12 a.m. New York time, and at 5:12 a.m. London time. And I love double digits. That's why I was like 12, 12, 12, 12. Triple digits, because it's 12, actually it's quadruple, 12, 12 at 12, 12. It's awesome. This is a great full moon. Anyways, the moon will be in chatty, versatile Gemini and will be opposing the sun in optimistic, adventurous, truth-seeking Sagittarius. As we know, with a full moon, there's always an opposition between the moon and the sun. And so full moons give us a chance to realize how far we've come since the time of the last new moon, which was 2 weeks prior. We kind of gain a better insight as to whether we are where we'd like to be or if it's time to correct our course. So that's what the full moon does for us. Full moons also highlight relationships and sometimes bring about a crisis to heighten our awareness of any imbalances that might be in place. And then it's pointing us towards sort of integration and allowing the polarities to come together a little bit closer, right? The polarity between, in this case, between Gemini and Sagittarius. So what you can ask yourself here is, how far have I come in regards to my understanding of the bigger picture and my beliefs within that frame? Because the last new moon was in Sagittarius, right? Which is all about bigger picture beliefs. So how far have I come in regards to understanding the bigger picture and my beliefs within that frame? And what are my current experiences directly teaching me about life? And what might the next step be for me? And what decisions could I make over the next 2 weeks to support me on my current adventures? So these are just some things we can allow ourselves to marinate in terms of the questions. Just pose them. Again, you don't have to know the answer right away. Just allow yourself to either journal on them or meditate on these questions, as always. This is more of an intuitive process, right? These questions are supposed to support us getting more in touch with our own intuition and with the energies that are surrounding us. Now, this month's full moon has a mutable T-square, a stellium in Capricorn, and Chiron, the wounded healer, is exalted because it's stationing. So I will go into all those in more detail in a moment, but feel free to use the timestamps to jump to any of these immediately or to watch the video in increments or, whatever works for you in terms of the, of the length of the video, since you may not have time to watch it all in one go. That's what the timestamps are for, and you can find them in the description part of the video. I also have an important announcement that I want to make about the biggest holiday sale I've ever had. So stay tuned until the end for that. Some of you already know what I'm talking about because you may have seen an email arriving in your inbox. But if you haven't seen that email, stay tuned. And then I also want to mention that soon after this full moon becomes exact, eclipse season begins. So this begins from December 16th until January 24th. During that time frame, we'll have several eclipses, and this is going to be a time where we're evolving on a soul level. So feel free to join us live on December 16th at 4 p.m. for the last forecasting forum of the year. Yaha! We will take a look ahead at all of 2020 and the upcoming eclipses. So if that is of interest to you, definitely register, save yourself a spot. This might be a popular one for the year. This is usually very well visited, this webinar, and we only have 50 spots available. So register now if this is of interest to you. You can click on the link below this video. I will have a registration link there, or you can go to my homepage and register there. Registration also gives you access to the MP4 video recording of the live event. So if you can't make the live time, you can always get the video recording of the webinar as well by registering. If you are a star or superstar member, you're automatically registered and will receive a link to join the day of the webinar, as always. Now, so for the next 2 weeks, we're dealing with the Sagittarius-Gemini Polarity. So we're seeking balance and integration around those two poles. So something needs to be brought into alignment here, and let's take a look at what both of these signs represent and how we can align ourselves with both of these energies. Now, I also have a beautiful quote that resonates really wonderful with this full moon energy. And if you love quotes, you can read it inside the full moon article at the very end of the article. And I will also post it on Facebook and Twitter with the link to the full moon video. So feel free to read it there as well. Now, if you have an ascendant, career point, or personal planets in 18 to 22 degrees of Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, or Pisces, then this full moon will have greater impact on you. But even if you don't have planets or points in those degrees and signs, take a look at your birth chart and see where does 20 degrees of Gemini, Sagittarius land in your birth chart. And the houses that are impacted by the full moon will indicate which areas of your life needs to be integrated, balanced, and so on over the next 14 days. So you can take a look at that. Now, let me mention very quickly the biggest holiday sale of this year, which is actually the biggest sale I've ever offered, which is a 50% discount on all the online courses of my soul-based astrology curriculum. So if you are at all interested in going a little bit deeper with astrology, learning a little bit more, check out the online courses that I offer on my website. You get a 50% discount on all of them. And if you have any questions about any of the online courses, especially the soul-based astrology curriculum, if you have questions about the monthly forecasting forums, about memberships, about astrology in general, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at info@astrologercoach.com. And if you have any personal questions that require of me to look at your birth chart, please book a reading on my website. I will not be taking personal questions at the next forecasting forum on December 16th. Only because we have a lot to cover for that forum. 2020 is going to be an eventful year. So I want to use the time that we have, the 90 minutes that we have, to really fully delve into what we can all expect for 2020. So I won't be taking any personal questions. So, but if you do have personal questions, there are 25-minute readings available on my website. So feel free to book those, and I'm happy to support you with whatever you need. Okay. All right. So that's it. Have a fantastic full moon. Remember, it's an extroverted time. But of course, with the Neptune square to the new moon, we need to also take some time out and do some introverted time as well. So see if you can find that balance in some way for yourself for the next 2 weeks, and have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. I will hopefully be seeing a lot of you on December 16th. And if not, happy holidays, and have a fantastic new year. I will be back in, I think actually in less than 2 weeks, with the solar eclipse video, because I want to be recording that, or I want to be posting that, so you have enough time to prepare for eclipse season. So you will be seeing me again for that video pretty soon. All right, have a good one, guys. Namaste. Love you all. Bye-bye.